Hello and welcome to Naval Action. This is VMAQ2DeadX. It is Friday, February 6th. It's almost 1500 Eastern Standard Time US. There are 304 online and 52 battles. Okay, first thing I want to cover is the poll results came back from they recently changed chain and its effects. And then they had a poll, which I guess the poll was limited to certain people because I didn't see anything in the game about it. But the results are in, and here are the results. For the Caribbean server, 59% yes, chain was OP. Nerf was needed. I like the patch. So 59% for yes, 31% for no. Chain was fine. I don't like the change. And then 10% chain. What chain? How do you use chain? On the peace server, the results are slightly different. Yes was 42%. No was 45%. And then it was 13% for the ridiculous third choice. So more players like the change on the PvP server, and then more players did not like the change on the PvE server. That was interesting. There's been no patches to speak of, and it's been a week since my last FNG files video, and in between then and now, I had the surprise review, which has had a fair good viewing. So thank you for watching that video. What have I been doing? Well, I've ranked up. I'm now a Captain D Pavilion. My max crew is 480. The next rank is Chef D Division. And then I'm currently 376 of 45.99. So it's 45.99 to achieve the next 45.99 XP to achieve the next rank. It was it was just under 3,400 to get to this Captain D Pavilion, and so this rank things are kind of open up for me. This is rank 7, and now with that crew number of 480 crew, there are more ships that I can captain in the game in the frigate realm, including some redeemables like the Trincomalee, maybe the Radisvan. Kind of gotta check the stats on them and see. But I mean, I've been crafting other ships during this week, and I'm going to cut now to some clips that I made in the last day or so of the various ships that I've crafted. So let's do that, and then we'll come back. Okay, here we are in port, and I'm going to redeem the Hercules, which is the next ship down the line here. We're going to go ahead. It says it's a rank 5, 40 guns. It should fit in the 50s, I think. Let's go ahead and redeem one, see what we get. We'll go random. We'll gamble. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a heavy rig, rank 5, 40 guns, 3 decks, teak oak. Not too bad. It's got hit point buffs to the sides, bow, and stern. And the sails, woof. Super hit point buff. It's got thickness buffs to the sides, bow, stern, and hull. And it's a battle rating of 58, so it's in the 50s. Now, what kind of guns go on this thing? 18 pound, 9 pound, and 6 pound. And then on the bow and stern, it's more 6-pounders. So these I will have to buy, and then these I can craft. Unless I go carronades, then I'd have to buy those too. So, Hercules. Review coming soon. Okay, I have earned enough white oak and teak to build the next ship up the line, which is the Belle-Poule. It's going to give me 172 craft XP, which will put me over to the next level. See, it takes all the various supplies, shipyard level 2, craft level 45, that's where I'm at right now. So let's go ahead and craft it. It's white oak and teak. Let's go ahead and craft one and see what we get. Green. White oak teak. It has hit point buffs to sides, bow, stern, and hull. Thickness buff to the sides, bow, stern, and hull. Rank 5, 40 guns. That's kind of a bummer. Telling you, I've been having more bad luck than good luck. But there she is, La Belle-Poule. Kind of like the big sister to the Renommee. Ooh, nice lion. What's Belle-Poule stand for? Is it the beautiful chicken? Break out the Googler. Hmm. It's got the history and stuff on the Google. Let's just see what it says if it translates it. Yeah, the La Belle-Poule, which is French for beautiful hen or beautiful chicken. Love it. So, next ship up the crafting tree. We'll go ahead and see what kind of 12-pounders. So I can craft 12-pound mediums, I think, but I can't do. Maybe I can do longs now because I went up to craft level 46. Yeah, there we go. 12-pound longs. So I'll work on getting guns crafted for it and the Hercules, which I crafted a little bit earlier. So lots of gun crafting to do and ship outfitting and reviews to do this weekend. Okay, so we've redeemed the Hercules. We're going to redeem a Hermione and a Pandora also. That's the other two fives, and we'll see where they rank. So we'll go with the Pandora first. We'll go random, gambling. Okay. And the Hermione. Random, gambling. Okay. The good thing about gambling is if you don't like it, you wait 24 hours and you redeem another one. So let's take a look at these one at a time. Pandora first. Came out blue, white oak teak. My standard. If I had crafted it with my materials, that's what I would have made it out of. And so that's pretty standard. Nothing fancy about that. And now let's the stats on it though. That is a battle rating of 65, so it's equal to the Belle-Poule, the beautiful chicken. So, and it has 4 upgrades. What? Oh man, how about that? Now let's look at the Hermione. It's blue, fur, Malabar teak. I don't know how I feel about that. Is that supposed to be exceptionally fast? It's got a little bit of thickness bonus. Nothing with the hit points. Fewer hull repairs. But is it fast? 46 guns, and it's a battle rating of 72. So we're not going to mess with that for a little while till we get to the 70s. We're working our way through the 50s and 60s. So it's the Hercules in order from lowest to highest. It's the Hercules at battle rating 58, the Pandora, battle rating 65, and then the Hermione at battle rating 72. So we'll slowly work to getting these things outfitted and kind of guns. 12 pounders. Okay. Kind of guns does the Pandora run? 9 pounders. So the Pandora is more like a surprise than like a frigate or a Belle-Poule. But it has the same battle rating as a Belle-Poule, same gunnery, basically as a surprise. I don't know if that's good or not. So we'll be messing around with these ships here in a little while. I just wanted to go ahead and craft and see where they stacked in the tree. So now we know. And that's all I got for this little clip. Okay, so here we are back. Um, um, I'm kind of eager to get to these ships and sail them and enjoy them. First up will be the Belle-Poule. But I kind of think I should do the Hercules first because it's a lower battle rating. And then the Pandora is an equal battle rating to the Belle-Poule. So maybe I'll do these two redeemables first. And then I'll do the Belle-Poule. And then by then I should have enough materials again to craft the frigate, which is the next ship up the line. Craft wise, I am at craft level 47. So I have the frigate blueprint, which I got at craft level 47. Craft level 46 gave me the 12-pound longs. So, and I've crafted most of the guns that I need for the Hercules, the Belle-Poule, and the Hermione. The Hercules has 18 pounders, so I had to purchase the 18 pounders on the market. They were kind of expensive, but there's a lot for me to do here over the next few days as far as reviews, and that's what I'll primarily focus on. But during this last week, what I've been doing mostly is I would go up to Nassau and I would take the LaGrosse Venture refit out, and I would hit and sink at least 3 traders. I would fill it up at least once. I would sink 3 traders, loot them, haul all the stuff back to port, and then whatever that stuff I had gotten off of the traders, and I'm also kind of like winnowing down my material supply in Nassau, and I would load up a couple of trader snows, haul that stuff down here, tow the snows back to Nassau, and then while I was still here in Pittstown, the last thing I would do at every play session, I was taking the surprise out, and I would either capture traders if I happened to find traders, or I would battle Belle-Poules if I could find them. And then last night after, I took the surprise out and immediately saw a Cerberus, so I sunk that. And then when I came out of the Cerberus battle, there was a nice frigate right off the port here. And so I went ahead and I tagged that, and that was a tough, tough fight. Uh, the Belle-Poule and the frigate, because they have a heavier caliber gun than the surprise, it's a stiff fight because they're slinging 12 pounds, and the best you can do is half of your guns are 9-pounders, and then the other half are like 6-pounders. So, they got you outgunned. And I had to repair twice, and even then it was a close run affair at the end. I was actually shooting double, and I never shoot double, and I never shoot charge. That's probably a fault with me. But like during the reviews, I like to shoot just ball ammo. And then generally when I get into fights in the open world, I also generally just use ball ammo. I don't, I'll shoot chain on occasion, but charge and double shot I hardly ever use. How often do you use those things? I imagine if I ran into some PvP, maybe I would use charge and double shot more. But quite honestly, I don't generally carry enough ammo in the ships. Let's take a look at the surprise here. See, I probably need to carry, a few hundred more rounds if I was planning on shooting double, and I would need to carry much more gunpowder. I carry just like a basic load of like 20 broadsides, maybe rounded up a bit, for a little padding. But that's my basic loadout. And then I would like have battle, 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 and then when my ammo was super low, down around 200 rounds or less, I would come back to port with all my loot and download the ship, rearm, and maybe go back out. Maybe not. I'm not all that interested into doing. A lot of people, they're in this grind where they're doing as many battles as they can for hours and hours and hours. That's not me. I'll do battles when I need something, like when I need teak and white oak. I'll sink as many traders as I need to get the teak and the white oak that I'm needing to craft whatever ship I'm up to. And that's probably what I'll do today, because I do not have enough white oak, and I probably don't have enough teak to build the next ship. That's going to be borderline there. Let's check here. Frigate. Let's say I want to make it out of white oak, teak. Yeah, I'm short on both. Way short on white oak, and then just a few logs short, like what, 65 short on teak. So that's how my gameplay sessions have gone. As the first half of the gameplay session is hunting resources down through sinking trader ships, hauling the loot down from Nassau to here, and then I'll take my current fighting ship out here and do kind of a round robin around the base and see what shows up. Nothing shows up, then that's the end of the play session. But generally something shows up. I'll have at least one fight. But that's my gameplay pattern currently. And I got to say, most of the XP that I got to get to this current rank was gotten through sinking trade ships. That's how I got my. This rank was obtained sinking mostly 90% trade ships. Because I need that material, you know. And teak and white oak is not especially common on the trade ships. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. And it's kind of like a RNG thing. And I got to admit, I think the trade ships down south here around Pittstown are A, considerably fewer, and B, not having the good woods that I need, you know. So that's why I go up to Nassau and sail around there, because they seem to get more what I want sailing around Nassau than I do down here in Pittstown. And I got no problems hauling it down in some trader snows. Just put some music on and enjoy the sail. But yeah, that's where I'm at in the game currently. If everything goes to plan today, hopefully I can craft the frigate, and then I'll have 4 reviews that I need to do over the weekend. Like I said, my first focus will be the Hercules. Second will be the Pandora, then the Belle-Poule, and then the frigate. The Hermione is actually higher ranked than the frigate. And I'm not sure I like this build. So I'm gonna gamble a couple of more times and see what I can get. I'm not a fur guy. Fur, Malabar teak. I don't know. Is that a good build? Tell me in the comments. I don't know. So let me get to it. If anything exciting happens, I'll come back on and off we go. Okay, here we are back in port, back in Pittstown. I went up to Nassau, took the LaGrosse Venture up there, went around, popped 4 traders, and then loaded all that loot and some other stuff onto some trader snows, brought it all down here, and I am short like 110 logs of white oak. So I hopped in the Gross Venture refit down here, and I went out and popped another couple traders, and one of them I capped, and they gave me enough white oak to build the next ship. So let's go ahead and download all this good stuff here. That goes there. Now this Trader Snow was a blue sturdy. That's why I kept it. Otherwise, I would have just sunk it. But figured I might try to sell it. So we'll strip it. And we'll put it up on the market. Our warehouse is full. What are Trader Snow's going for? $21,000. What? Okay, we'll put this up for sale then. And there she goes. And now we can build the next ship in the crafting tree. And that is a frigate. And it's going to be white oak and teak. We have enough. Craft level 47. It gives us 176 XP, which we might have enough to get us over the finish line to the next rank with the one ship built. So let's go ahead and build it. Wait a minute. Do I have enough parking spots? Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and build it. Another green. This is insane. So let's look at it. So my last two combat ships that I have crafted here in Pittstown came out green. Now, let's get this out of here. The frigate. Now the frigate and the Belle-Poule came into the game at the same time. It has a lion too. Kind of a weird looking lion. And the frigate and the Belle-Poule came into the game at the same time from the developers. And I never sailed the Belle-Poule. I was a frigate guy. I loved the frigate. Still do. Great ship. It has bow guns, no stern guns. $18-pounders. That's why I was having so much troubles with it when I was fighting it with the Surprise. This thing runs 18-pounders. And the Belle-Poule runs 12s. Well, no wonder I was getting my ass kicked. I thought this was a 12-pounder frigate too, but it's an 18-pounder. So this thing was whomping my ass last night. And I was like, it has 12-pounders like the Belle-Poule. Why? Well, now we know why. Because the Belle-Poule is undergunned compared to the frigate. I never sailed the Belle-Poule, when it first came into the game. I was not a Belle-Poule guy. The whole beautiful chicken name kind of throws me off. But this is more of a conventional looking frigate. You can see it's not got those hips like the Belle-Poule does. And this was just a wonderful sailor back in the day. I don't know how it is. I've not sailed it in a long time. I don't know what they've done to it. But I absolutely loved this ship because this is where I was stuck in the game for the longest time. I would get up to the frigate, and then the next step from here is like the Trincomalee, and then soon you get the Constitution, and I was always going for the Constitution, and then they would wipe the game. You know, I just never could seem to get there, or when I finally did get there, you know, I couldn't sail the Constitution very often because you would get ganked. That's when the pirates had the American coast on lockdown. So, but the frigate, good ship, uh, sailed it a lot, loved it, and the Belle-Poule maybe sailed it 2 or 3 times. It just wasn't for me. I was a frigate guy. So what were you when these came in the game? What were you? Were you a Belle-Poule guy or a frigate guy? Say so in the comments. Maybe we'll get some feedback, maybe not. But really looking forward to sailing this ship. There's another thing I want to cover before I log off for the evening. I've sold some ships recently. You received 20,000 reals from selling Trader Snow, which was sold at Pittstown. Ship was sold to Yek Sparrow. Thank you for your purchase. You received 16,000 reals from selling Trader Snow, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Kalap. Thank you for your purchase. And you received 22,000 reals was from selling Surprise, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Captain G. Thank you for your purchase. So that's covered. Clean that out. So got quite a few ships here in Pittstown that need reviewing. So I'll try to get some couple of reviews done over the weekend. We'll see how it goes. Uh, I'll definitely get one up. I don't know if I'll get more than that. And then the Hermione, we're not going to be reviewing that for a little while, not till we get to the 70s. But the other two imported slash redeemable ships, we will do those immediately. So it's been a good day of sailing the La Grosse Venture refit. You know, I fought 7 traders. I think I capped 3 of them, kept one of the ships that I capped. The other 2 I just sunk after I looted them. But it's been a good day. And to top it off, we've built the frigate, which is a old flame of mine from the game. Got a lot of time in this ship. A lot of happy times in this ship. So, the frigate. Review coming soon. Next week for sure. Thanks for watching.